Today we're going to be servicing the impact wrenches, electric. One's a 14.4 and one's an 18 volt, but I'm just going to service the little one. The little one and the big one, the service procedure is the same, so it won't tear both of them down. But just do a visual inspection, wipe them down real good. They're going to get dirty. I mean, the motor's going to get grit in it. I mean, it's expected. But I use the 3/8 a lot more than I do the 1/2 inch, and as you can tell, the anvil or the socket holder is worn out. Not this part, this is hardened steel, but the nose cone and the seal, I'm going to order a new one, and we'll get those replaced later on. But I just want to tear it down, and we're going to give it a good cleaning and a once over, and we'll see. First thing I want you to do is remove the battery pack. Inspect your terminals in here. You can take a Q-tip and clean all the dirt off of them in here if you need to. You can do that to all of your battery packs. Check the terminals here. Make sure they're not corroded. And actually, this one I'm going to have to end up replacing because it is a little bit worn out. This unit's been dropped several times, but I think you can buy a terminal set for $7 and replace it, and you just solder it back into the wiring in the gun itself. But let's get it. We're going to split it open. First, I'm going to take the nose cone off. I think it's T20. Remove your nose cone and remove your anvil. As you can tell, that's not worn a bit. Inspect the where the hammers hit this. If this is starting to get worn in here, then yeah, I would replace it. But normally you don't have to replace this. Next, I want you to pull the spider gear assembly out of there, or people call it sun gears or whatever you want to call it. And just inspect them, rock them back and forth. This one's got a little bit of play, which is normal. You're just not going to have a problem with these going out most of the time. Inspect the O-ring right there. And basically what you want to do, this is an assembly, just carry it over to your parts washer and just wash it out real good, and grease it with some lithium grease on the gears. I like to use steel gearbox grease. It works really good for this, for steel trimmers and stuff. It's really it's a high grade grease that they use for their small gears like this. Next thing you want to do is make sure this bearing is good, free, moving good. Take and see if this is the actual armature part of the motor where it sticks out. Just check for axial play up and down on the motor shaft. It's good. You want to wash out all this real good. I like to use contact cleaner. Don't use carburetor cleaner on this because it will damage the plastic. But just wash it out real good and get all the dirt and debris out of there. Next, you want to take a T10, and we're going to split this case open. One thing I like about Snap-on, Cornwell, stuff like that, is that you can actually service this stuff. If something goes wrong with it, you can actually fix it for pennies on the dollar rather than just replace it. I don't remember what this little impact was, but it was about $300, I think. But well worth it. I've had it for going on 4 years, I guess. I went to electric stuff. From air to electric is like daylight and dark. I hardly ever use my air impact wrenches anymore. But just get these taken out. Once you get all your screws loose, you can actually separate this housing. You don't have to worry about stuff flying everywhere, springs, stuff like that, because it ain't going to happen. Just take and lift it off. You can see your switch. You can see that the wiring is beefed up a whole lot more than a Craftsman per se. Now you can basically take and clean your motor out real good with contact cleaner. Just blow it out real good. Don't mess with the brushes or nothing like that, but you can just clean it with motor cleaner or electric motor cleaner, contact cleaner, and stuff like that. Again, just be sure you wash out your sun gear set there, and should be good to go. That's a pretty good sized motor. That's about twice as big as a Craftsman, and we'll get it all cleaned up and put back together here, and we'll see how it goes. Once you get it all cleaned up and blown out, I've actually installed the battery pack to where I can engage the motor just a little bit. Now the armature and everything in there is dry. You need to add just 1 drop of oil to the brushes, like that. You may have to add a little bit more just to get it down in there, but you just don't want to just saturate it. You see how it's squealing? This is the reason I tore it down. That means that the armature shaft bearing needs a little bit of oil too. They make armature oil or brush oil, but I use the snap-on motor oil, which is fine in my opinion. Just run it to get that oil down in there. No more squeal. Alright. Next thing you want to do is just add a drop of oil to this side of the armature shaft. 1 or 2 will do it. Just turn it on to get it down in there. Take your gear oil, or your pinion oil as Steel calls it, or grease, and just put just a dab right there, and on the motor shaft. And I want you to just kind of just smear it around in there, get it down in that bearing real good. It's not going to take a whole lot, but just get that in there real good. Make sure it's all over the teeth, like that. Reinstall your cover and tighten all your screws evenly. Next, I want you to grease your sun gears. Just put a little grease on there and you can roll it through. Just get all 3 of them nice and greased up. You don't want to just pack it so tight in there that it creates too much drag. Once you get everything greased up, just set it back down in there. You may have to wiggle it back and forth a little bit, and yep, there it went. It'll just pop right down in there. If your gears are wore out, it's a little bit harder to get it in there. But anyway, put your nose cone back on, and I'm going to put just a little bit of grease here on this surface, and then just a little bit right here. Just put your nose cone back on, get it set in spot, and just tighten up your screws evenly. Don't torque them too much because you're actually screwing these plastite screws into plastic down here. If you experience getting your battery packs off and on, a lot of the times dirt and debris will get between the track right here and the track in the battery. You can take a Q-tip and just clean that track out. I like to take a little bit of a rag and WD-40 and just wipe everything down. You don't just spray it with WD-40, but just put some WD-40 or some light spray oil on a rag. You can use, gun oil would be good, but just clean all the dirt out from around there, and your battery packs will go on a whole heck of a lot better. Just kind of make sure everything works good, and that's pretty much it. More Medic 1. Rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just let me know. Have a good day.